And how you guys doing? Look at the pictures of what they did to my teeth over the years, and the early pictures of what they had done. You know, the only thing that causes that is microwaves or excessive heat that the bone structure can't physically handle. Now, you know, the government doing that is attempted murder. That's violation of bone structure and violations of copyrights of my identity. You understand that, don't you? And in reference to copyrights of my identity among my race and internationally, and religion copyrights of who I am and who my parents are, and grandparents and family history. Because, you know, my parents owned some churches too, and my grandfather's too. So, you know, it's very important in reference to history. But, you know, in reference to the teeth damage, the only thing that causes that is like handheld lasers, satellite microwaves, satellite burning of the face, excessive temperatures are the only thing that causes that kind of mutilation to bone structure. You know that, right? And that's documented. There's only a few things that cause that type of teeth damage. You know, black marks on the teeth, lasers, dents in the teeth, in the bone structure damage. There's only a few things that cause those things. And it's, you know, microwaves, excessive heat penetrating through the skin. There's only a few things like that, you know. So in reference to, you know, the history of my dentist knows that I've never had a cavity and a hypoglycemic. So, you know, sugar would never cause me any problems. And that's factually known. But, you know, my teeth are documented in the size, the length, the wideness of the teeth. My whole facial structure is documented. Everything about my whole anatomy is documented. And anybody doubting that, go into court. You know, this is very important. But, you know, in reference to the history of the teeth damage, there's only a few things that does that. You know, somebody holding a handheld laser over a person's mouth, or a taser, like what, like, you know, I don't know how many watts those are, but somebody burning the inside of somebody's mouth, somebody riding on somebody's face with a satellite burning microwaves on and markings on their face and teeth. You know, there's only a few things that cause that type of teeth damage. And those satellite controllers and those government people and those politicians, they know that. There's only a few things that cause that type of damage. And why are politicians and government people acting like they don't know nothing? It's attempted murder and their cover-up in reference to them mutilating and damaging my face and teeth. And don't forget, government man, your games of trying to frame me, or your games of holding me hostage, you know, these people blocking me from my monies and my trust funds and lawsuit monies, I need you to explain why you're blocking me from my monies, why you're blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. And my mother and father even built mansions specifically and only for me. They're on some of the properties of my mother and father, obviously. And I need you to explain. Because there's no history of any criminal activity. There's no dirty history of me being involved in anything dirty. So you need to explain all your activities. And then somebody will say, oh, they were a concerned citizen. I don't hang out with you. I don't socialize with you. I don't go to your house. I don't spend time with you or whoever you people are. You're terrorizing me and stalking me and slandering my character all the time. I have nothing to do with you people. Oh, you people stole sperm. And then you tried to murder me off, and then you wanted to slander somebody's character, such as you slandering my character with your illegal artificial inseminations that you people have done. World Protocol's in the media 24 hours a day. It tells you who I am. It tells you who my parents are. And it's never going to change. So these government people blocking me from my mother and father's mansions, we need the explanations from every single person that's involved. And who the person is that thinks they thought they were above me in reference to my mother and father's estates or anything, where they've been terrorizing my life or blocking me from my family history of my parents' mansions and corporate offices, plus, you know. people trying to steal revenues, people trying to steal property or land. Need all that information. You need to explain everything. And don't forget, there's no way for these people to make up their lies. Can't get away with it. They can't get away with their lies. They need to get prosecuted for what they're doing. I don't hang out with their types of people, and they need to do background checks on those satellite controllers, because to see if there's restraining orders on which ones there's restraining orders. Obviously, there's supposed to be restraining orders on those satellites themselves, in reference to that technology. So, in reference to these government people and their activities of hiding their identities, law enforcement is required to ask and to do background checks on these satellite controllers and these people. Plus, in reference to my mother and father's estates and in reference to accounts, the FDIC in the banking industry is supposed to go after people that are trying to steal my identity. You understand that, right? And people trying to forge documents, people trying to steal trust funds. The FDIC needs to go after those government people, whoever they are, and low treasury departments in Europe and other countries. Lots of things of importance.